my boy moms feel me on this, but my son has my heart and my soul. I obviously am obsessed with Stevie Lee. She is just the greatest little girl in the world.
That's her daughter, by the way.
But my whole life, I always wanted to be a boy mom.
Her mom following her around the camera. What a sad life. Your mom who's so out of touch, who, her words, not mine, loves your brother more, follows you around like you're a prop, like you're a circus animal, and films you and makes fun of you on camera. Can you imagine that life? Oh boy. At this rate, the toxic boy moms of TikTok are never beating those weirdo allegations, are they? These women are straight up creepy to me. And I want to talk about them today because recently there's been a clip that's sort of gone viral. But first, I feel like we really need to understand what a toxic boy mom really is. Unfortunately, the term boy mom has become somewhat of a pejorative term in the last, I would say last year or so, just because of the really weird behavior that has been displayed by a lot of these boy moms that are on TikTok. Now, I think that toxic boy moms have existed since the dawn of time, but I think TikTok has really given us a unique glimpse into the minds of these women that we really never had before. They seem to be moms who don't want their sons to move on in life. They want them to always be obsessed with them. They don't want them to have girlfriends. They don't want them to have wives. So it seems. They actively interfere in their sons' relationships so as to keep them closer to them. Some of them have just downright inappropriate relationships with their sons where it's verging on, let's just say, something Sigmund Freud would be very interested in. If you don't know what I'm talking about, buckle up. You're in for a ride. So my first peek behind the curtain of toxic boy moms started with this trend right here. So this is the teaching my son how to blank so he's not impressed by your daughter. Okay, so we're pitting people against each other at a very young age. And basically this is a trend that I like to call starting beef with my primary school age son's imaginary girlfriend, creating hypothetical situations in my head and making myself look crazy on the internet. So let's watch this first one right here. Making sure my son can cook so he's not impressed by your daughter's Stuffers lasagna. Oh, you mean Stofers. This actually brings up a good point. After you're done teaching him how to cook, why don't you teach him how to spell check? And correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not a Home Chef logo in the bottom corner? Home Chef meaning the meal delivery service? Making sure my son can cook, but you're doing a meal delivery service? Yikes. Teaching my son to cook so he's not impressed by your frozen pizza daughter. That's fine if you're not impressed by frozen pizza, but do you think you can get your boobs off the counter? Thanks. Teaching my son how to cook so he's not impressed with your dusty daughter's takeout skills. Is it really cooking if you're taking lettuce out of a container? Making sure my son can cook so he's not impressed by your daughter's Stouffer's lasagna. Well, I really hope that your son's future girlfriend never finds this video. Teaching my sons to cook so your hot pocket thotty daughter doesn't impress him. I hope that's not Berea, a popular pre-made pasta brand up in the corner. Teaching my son to cook so he doesn't have to depend on your toxic daughter. I would hope that every mom in America is teaching their son how to cook. It's a basic life skill, by the way. This is probably one of my first videos, honestly, that I've done where a lot of these videos are still up. These women have not deleted these videos whatsoever after they got blowback. In fact, they're getting a lot of likes and engagement on them, which is really, to me, troubling because it would signify that there's other moms out there who agree with this or find it to be funny or relatable in some way. And I don't find this to be relatable at all. I think it's really concerning, honestly. These toxic boy moms eventually level up to become actually seemingly jealous of their son's first crushes at school. Take a look at this trend. When your son comes home and tells you he has his first crush, and this is all to the Taylor Swift song, Please Don't Be in Love with Someone Else, okay, from Enchanted. When your son has his first crush, singing Please Don't Be in Love with Someone Else. When your son comes home and he tells you he has his first crush, I just find it to be so crazy that these people do like TikToks like this with their kids and have them be part of these super weird skits. Like, I just can't. I find this next one to be absolutely crazy. So if you look at the top corner, the song that she's using is by Shaggy called Angel. So if you would like to, play this alongside this, boy moms warning their sons about your crusty daughter. Okay, so we're calling people's daughters crusty now. Okay. Life is one big party while you're still young, but who's gonna have your back when it's all done? It's all good when you're little. You have pure fun. Can't be a fool, son. What about the long run? This is some of the comments on there. All cute. She wants to date her son. Weird behavior from a parent. The label boy mom just gives me the ick. And somebody also commented, oh, I thought this was satire. Well, no, in fact, it's not. And that's kind of the craziest part about this, and why I say this is the first time we've ever seen mothers outwardly expressing that they have a toxic relationship with their sons. It's a sight to see. This is unhealthy. Stop trying to be his girlfriend. This is one of them that takes the cake for me, honestly. A sweet little message to my son's girlfriend.
Hey, how you doing, little mama? Let me whisper in your ear. Tell you something that you might like, dear. I fucking hate you.
Run for the hills, girl. Honestly, I don't know if there's a guy in the world that's worth this mess. POV, you find the first letter of the name of your son's first girlfriend. Weird. Raising boys who are obsessed with me, so their future wife can't say they are going to her side for the holidays. Mommy boys. Hashtag mom of boys. This is honestly coming across as schizophrenic to me. I mean, these people have a lot of unresolved problems that they really need to address within themselves, honestly. And that's why people say to do this before you have kids. Creating these hypothetical scenarios in your head where you are already projecting and predicting a negative relationship with your future daughter-in-law, it's super weird. It's one thing to be a creepy mom obsessed with your son's first crush and high school relationships and first girlfriends, whatever, but unfortunately a lot of these moms do end up becoming those monster-in-laws that actually meddle in their sons' marriages. Sound familiar to anybody out there? When your son gets engaged, please don't leave me with someone else. Just making my son's girlfriend a sandwich as she eats everything in my house, and she's just dumping chili powder on the bread and smiling very smugly about it. Yeah, weird. When you're so in love with being a boy mom and suddenly realize it means you'll be some girl's mother-in-law one day. And biting her lip. Well, that's one way to ruin my weekend, she says. This screenshot sends a chill up my spine. Honestly, it's just so creepy, there's nothing else to say. Next one. Do you know moms that have baby boys is because God wants them to experience true love. So did you not experience true love when you met your husband? Because then we might have a problem, right? I guess it would be different having sons because it's so much different than the true love that you would experience when you have a daughter, right? You're delusional. So here's some of the comments on this. Somebody said, why is everyone giving her so much hate? Boy mom here. We have to give our boy away to love your daughter, and we become second. Simple. She comments, people always have something to say. They missed the point. Yeah, we have to give our son away, and we become second. Yeah, as you should. Crazy person. Here's another comment. I will say the way my sons love me is different than my two girls. Just a different bond. Somebody commented, so you think your daughters love you less? Before I had a son, someone explained she could fart and her daughters would be like, ah, mom. But her son would just take a big whiff, smile, and look at her and say, it smells great. I laughed, but it's surprisingly somewhat like that. I don't know, can't describe it. This is the weirdest thing I've ever read, and I think it speaks for itself. True, my boys have saved me so many times. I don't think I'll ever be loved the way my boys love their mama. Somebody just replied, weird. Yes, Your Honor, I'd like to bring in my next witness, Sigmund Freud, please. Would you take the stand? I bring up Sigmund Freud because a lot of people talk about this when they're talking about boy moms, but basically he has a psychoanalysis that he describes as the Oedipus complex, where young boys, usually between the ages of 3 and 6, develop an unconscious infatuation with their mother, and they also feel like they're in competition with their father, okay, for their mother's attention. They're competing with their mother's attention. They feel resentful over the father, okay? It's called the Oedipus complex because it's based on a story in mythology where Oedipus unknowingly married his mother, okay? And his mother's name was Jocasta. I bring this up because I think that this is actually a Jocasta's complex, which is also another phenomenon that happens and has been sort of psychoanalyzed as well. And I think that that's what we're seeing here, okay? We're seeing a major problem where I really believe that this is beyond motherly love. These toxic boy moms have taken it beyond that. This is a mother who might actually be in love with their son. This is that, okay? That's a mother, by the way. That's his mother, by the way, who's climbing up with her legs wrapped around his torso after his football game. So inappropriate, but here's the caption. This boy will forever and always have my heart. Gina captured the end of this moment, and I'm so grateful. When I walked up to hug my baby boy after his game, he immediately picked me up and just held me. It may have been 20 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. I have no idea. But in this moment, time stood completely still. I honestly don't know what I did to deserve you, but I am thankful every second of every single day for you. Does that sound like a caption that a mother should be writing about her son or a boyfriend? Okay, you tell me. Put me in, coach. So she's taking pictures with him. Does this seem like the behavior of a mother to you? I don't think so.
Later, babe.
Tell me you're a boy mom without telling me you're a boy mom.
See ya, brah. Bye, mommy.
Next topic. Another concerning element to this whole toxic boy mom situation is when these boy moms openly admit that they actually favor their sons over their daughters. Okay, so let's watch that now.
Never thought that I would be that toxic boy mom. I love my 4 kids equally, but that last little boy just hits different. And now I feel like I'm having this existential crisis. Or I wouldn't be that mom, that toxic boy mom. He hits his sisters, he punches them. I'm like, maybe he's having a hard day. So when I think about my daughters getting married, I get excited, right? Think about their dresses, planning their weddings. When I think about my son's wedding, I want to cry. Boy moms, we've got to step up. We got to realize that we are the problem.
This is one of the craziest people I've ever seen in my life. To openly make a video like this and not see any issue with this. This was the first of many. So this woman has turned this whole being a toxic boy mom into a villain arc for her. She's accepted the role of the villain. She's made tons of videos now where she's basically rage baiting people and making videos about how she favors her son, trying to play it off as a joke. To say these things out loud for your kids to eventually find and put it in a public place, it's not a joke. So yeah, like I said, she's turned this into a whole angle where she says, please understand who else will represent the toxic boy moms. So yeah, this has turned into a much bigger problem where boy moms are like capitalizing on this whole train and people think it's funny. Other boy moms think it's funny. Other boy moms think it's relatable. Yeah, I don't think that this type of content is funny at all. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it plays into a very tired and systemic ideology that somehow sons are more valuable than daughters. I mean, this is something that we've been dealing with since the beginning of time, is that sons can carry on bloodlines and sons carry on the family name and men are better than women somehow. I don't want to see any of this sentiment being shared or being propagated in any sort of way. So I don't find this funny. And the most recent boy mom actually to openly say that she favors her son is the main clip that I want to focus on today. Are you ready, people? So this is the clip that's recently gone viral and it was quickly deleted. I want to give a quick thank you to the people that actually saved this video because you were pretty quick with it because she deleted it very quickly. So this is the original video right here by a creator called Avery Woods, who's on TikTok and has 2 million followers on TikTok right now.
My boy moms feel me on this, but my son has my heart and my soul. I obviously am obsessed with Stevie Lee. She is just the greatest little girl in the world.
That's her daughter, by the way.
But my whole life, I always wanted to be a boy mom. And I remember when I found out I was pregnant with him, and I was just ecstatic because I was such a tomboy growing up. Anyways, the whole point of me making this video is I had to share his preschool photo with you, because when I tell you...
Can I just say something really quick? No one has to share their son's preschool photo with anybody.
I opened up this email and I just hysterically cried. He is just everything. First of all, let me show you his photo from last year, because the difference 1 year makes, my heart is crushed. Okay, this is last year. He is just... I just want to squeeze him. He's so cute. Also, fun fact, I forgot it was picture day, and I sent him to school in like a beach tank top. So his guns were showing, no big deal. But let me show you this year. I have no words. The sweater, the ears, the sideways smile, his hair. I am so obsessed with this child. The arms! Oh my god, he kills me. The old man grandpa knit sweater with the little dress pants. He is too much. Anyways, that's all I got for today. I just had to share that because I have been staring at that photo all day long. Squeeze your babies.
Obviously, we have a problem here. Okay, this is one of the most disturbing videos that I've seen online, to openly admit this. And I just want to give you some preface about who this person is, okay? This is a content creator who got basically famous for exploiting her daughter. She doesn't show her son very often. If most of her fame came from doing weird voiceovers where she's calling her daughter fat and she's making weird comments about her daughter and doing like day in the life of my daughter. She exploits the hell out of her daughter. She doesn't do the same for her son. These are videos that will last on the internet forever. I mean, her daughter will eventually find this one day and see this, and although it was deleted, obviously, was it really deleted? No. But it's also very evident in the kind of content that she posts and the way that she behaves as well towards her daughter versus her son. Well, it wasn't easy, but I did find some people that seem ready to want to defend the video that she made. Okay, so let's watch some of those, right? Because we need to get more perspectives, all right? Obviously, you and I know that that's a really video, but you know, maybe we're missing something here.
You guys, I never saw the original video, but...
Okay, stop the video right there. Don't comment then. Don't comment. For some reason, this video is still about 2 minutes long.
A couple of these videos have been coming up, and it's going to turn green in a minute, so I'm going to do this in a couple parts, but this whole Avery Woods, I actually just started following her. I wasn't following her before, but now I'm following her. All these videos all these videos that people do, like, about her attacking her for some stupid comment she made about being a boy mom. I have no idea.
It wasn't just a comment.
I kind of saw bits and pieces of it, but I'm like, this is TikTok. Don't be on this platform if you guys are going to get triggered at pretty people, wealthy, pretty people saying things.
If only it was that simple.
Y'all just want to pick apart people on the internet, and it is wild to me. I really don't know much about Avery Woods.
God, this really reminds me of when someone said that we were jealous of 10-year-olds because they could afford Drunk Elephant. Okay, no one's jealous of her because she's rich and pretty. It wouldn't matter who that person was. You don't say this regardless. It's clueless.
But I'm gonna follow her now. But the fact that, like, I feel like people just go on this app and just look and wait for someone who's like her, successful, makes a lot of money on the platform, and y'all just wait. You wait. Oh, look what she said. First of all, this TikTok, you guys. This is not the church. This is not the Bible. I don't believe anything on this platform. Y'all shouldn't believe probably half of what comes out of my mouth on TikTok either. And don't take that to like, but y'all just wait and you jump. Oh, and then it's all these like videos about her. And meanwhile, she's living her life in Bora Bora, having the time of her life. Good for her. And she deleted the video. Good for her. I would have too. Like, y'all, like this is like, what? that's how you spend your time, making videos on people doing better than you. And like, I was looking at her, it cut me off. But what I was saying was, I was looking at her TikTok and looking at her views, and I'm like,
I want that for myself. I'm going to try to defend her over the most delusional worst take ever.
She's doing something right. I need to be even more controversial. Maybe I need to start saying stuff like that. And
I don't know where I find these videos. I don't know. Sometimes I amaze myself finding these kind of videos. I'm not going to lie.
you do realize people on this app
Just admitting this is just absolutely wild to have this, like, just for the record books, honestly.
say things to get you guys triggered, because when you guys are triggered, because you guys are so easily triggered, you just come and you watch our content and you leave hate comments, and it just creates this ripple effect that in turn benefits the creator. So sometimes we say things because we know how easily you guys get ruffled. I do it. But wow, I don't know, like,
no, you don't know, do you?
y'all just wait. I just think it's funny. You guys, like, how do y'all have time? I don't know. I don't know. Just how about you let pretty people make their money and do what they want to do, and they make a comment about a boy mom. So what? So what? Call your girlfriends up and go have some drinks and have fun, instead of making embarrassing TikToks about successful people.
Embarrassing TikToks indeed. So that's one of the most delusional videos I've ever seen. I don't know about you guys, but probably also one of the worst takes I've ever seen in my life. I'm surprised this lady hasn't got picked up by a big law firm yet, because she's on her way. I mean, she's making some pretty good points. Wow.
What happened to the world where people feel the need to leave literally the nasty comments?
Now that's ridiculous. This is exactly why I made my post. Everyone has their own opinions, what have you, with blah, 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 whatever. But it is bullying. Like, why are we being so mean? You don't know this lady. You can say, oh, she's exploiting her daughter, exploiting this, whatever. All creators do that. Like, all creators have their children on there. You watch them. She's not the only one who's using her child. Not even using, or just sharing her child on the internet. Like, this is ridiculous.
Hold on, I don't think I heard that right. Let's hear that again.
Like, why are we being so mean? You don't know this lady. You can say, oh, she's exploiting her daughter, exploiting this, whatever. All creators do that. Like, all creators have their children on there. You watch them. She's not the only one who's using her child. Not even using, or just sharing her child on the internet. Like, this is ridiculous.
Perfect. I just want to make sure I heard that right. Do I need to say anything else about this? These are the lengths that people will go. Okay, not only the lengths that other boy moms will go to defend other delusional boy moms because they see themselves in this toxic behavior that is being exhibited by these other toxic boy moms who are very open and outward about it. This is also another phenomenon that we're seeing a lot now, where people are absolutely kissing the of these bigger creators because they want to get big on TikTok, or they're doing the same exact thing. They're exploiting their kids in the same exact way, and they're showing their kids, and they know that deep down they feel bad about it. Deep down they know they shouldn't be doing it, but they do it anyway. And they use other bigger creators as, oh, well, this person does it too, so everybody's doing it. We are so lost as a society if this is the kind of stuff that we tolerate and we defend. Insane. She's defending something that was spelled out so clearly in the original video. She said, I love my daughter, but my son has my whole heart. You want to know who else said my son has my whole heart? The mom who was jumping up on her son with her legs wrapped around, writing basically love notes in her caption to her 15-year-old son after his football game. That's who also said, my son has my whole heart. Knock it off. She said it plain and simple in her video. She favors her son, and she always wanted to be a boy mom. She didn't care if she was ever a girl mom. She said that. There's no defending it whatsoever.
We should not be making someone cry. And this isn't even just from this video. This was from back in December.
Yeah, by the way, the original video that she's talking about that she was stitching where, you know, Avery Woods was crying in that video is because she was mad that people didn't like her new haircut. Okay, that's why she was making a video crying. She's not making a video crying about this. She's not making a video crying about the fact that she made her daughter feel like she's less valuable than her son. No, she's not making that video. She's in Bora Bora right now, by the way, for a Tarte trip. In case you're wondering. Okay, she's actually being rewarded right now. We'll talk more about that in a second.
Like, that's so mean. Why are we tearing people down? Like, you would not want anyone to do that to you. So stop being so mean.
This is the problem that we face on the internet today, where you cannot call out bad actors without being accused of being a bully, as a mean girl, as XYZ. There's all of these obstacles that people who do wrong put in place to make it so that they seem like they're the victim whenever you call them out for their wrongdoings. Don't be fooled. It is not bullying to call out a dangerous sentiment. It is not bullying to say, you should never make that video ever. This is the world we live in. Let's talk a little bit more about who this final boss mom is. So I found some videos that I think do a better job of explaining the background information of, you know, the ways that she exploits her daughter.
My boy moms feel me on this, but my son has my heart.
Oh, we know. We know, because you don't exploit your son the way that you exploit your daughter. Mm-hmm. And I was going to talk about you months ago, but you kind of just fell off my radar. But let's just go through everything. So I screen recorded this video back in November where you can clearly see the Stevie vlogs. She had no vlogs for her son, and all of these were just very inappropriate videos of her daughter. And
by the way, that is how she got to be so big so quickly. This is a creator that grew very quickly, very fast, and it was all because her videos of her daughter like started to pop off.
You can see now she doesn't have Stevie vlogs up anymore. And this goes into like how much,
because she screen recorded that in November. She's basically insinuating that for some reason she's deleted the Stevie vlogs playlist off of the top of her page, and basically she's insinuating that she did it because of this controversy blowing up, and people started to like go to every video on her page and like was brigading it.
She loves her son because she knows the controversy around her daughter. So she would never put her son in that position.
There is controversy over that, which we'll watch in the next video. You'll see. I also have a video on that we'll watch.
She would never post a video of her boy in a direct crotch shot. And look at how many saves that has. 1,000 saves. She would never post her boy in a revealing bathing suit like this with 14,000 saves. She would never.
And by the way, all the hashtags that you're seeing on the bottom, hashtag toddlers of TikTok, I guarantee there was probably some, you know, hashtag bathing suit, probably hashtag like swimming and stuff. It's just, they make it so easy for people to find. And they know, but trust me, this mother knows that there are predators out there. Every mom who is on the internet at this point fully understands that there are predators online, and they do not care.
Never post her boy in their little dance outfit with 300,000 saves. If I have to censor your child on the internet, there is a problem. What's also disgusting is grown-ass men saying, I'm unfollowing everyone besides this account. A grown-ass man.
The other comment that was below that even said, those thighs. No one should be commenting about the body of a toddler, ever. This is a guy's account. It says in the bio, we make underwear and more.
Saying that under a child's video. You can't even get that many saves on a video of you showing your own body. So we know you love your boy more because you protect your boy and you don't protect your daughter.
This actually was made before that other video. This explains that there were problems where people were calling out Avery Woods even way beyond this happening, saying, please take your daughter off the internet. Please stop exploiting your daughter. Please be careful when you post her. This has been a long time coming where people have been calling her out, and she's done nothing about it. So don't tell me that she doesn't know that it's happening, because she obviously does.
Hundreds of strangers are asking this mommy TikToker to be more careful when posting her daughter online. This mom influencer by the name of Avery grew over 700,000 followers in a few days from doing vlogs from her daughter's point of view. In the few vlogs she has posted of her daughter, she has already received over 50 million views combined. Since posting, she has been shamed in the comment section for her daughter using a milk bottle to go to sleep at the age of 2, and the fact that her husband takes her 2- and 4-year-olds on a golf cart in an open road. I'm not going to get into that, but I'm going to focus on the internet safety. What has been most alarming is what Avery posts in these vlogs of her daughter. In this particular vlog, her daughter is sucking whipped cream off her finger. But what is more alarming is that this video has 106,000 saves. On Instagram, Avery posted a picture of her daughter's lower half in a leotard. Someone commented that they hate to be this person, but to be careful with the poses and outfits because there's creeps out there in the internet. Avery responded that as her mom, she would always prioritize her safety.
If you have a comment like this on your page and you don't think about it and do research as a mother and start to say, okay, maybe this person has a point. Let me look and see if this is truly like a safe place for this person. I mean, TikTok of all places, you have no idea who is on this app. Her safety is my number one priority. And then to continue to post your daughter on TikTok, that can't be true as long as you're posting your daughter on TikTok. You can't.
She then posted a TikTok of her daughter in said leotard, and that video has over 189,000 saves. But the worst one so far is Avery doing the Fonia trend with her daughter, where her daughter's lower half is spread open to the camera. And the caption reads, "Not as flexible as she used to be." There are so many comments like these asking her to be more careful, accusing Avery of knowing what she's doing just to get a bag, someone calling out the alarming number of saves on the video, and even someone calling her the next Ren Eleanor. But the worst comment under this video of this little girl is someone asking to pre-order. Absolutely no hate to this creator, but I do think there's a safe way to post your kids online.
These are some that I wanted to bring up. So this is one that was done in September of last year. Grocery shopping date while brother is at school, and her daughter has no top. She's wearing just overalls. And I mean, these videos are getting millions of views. So I just don't know why the hell you would ever post something like that in a million years. And then here's the hashtags: mom and daughter, hashtag toddler mom life, mom's OTD, outfit ideas. Like, she wants people to see the outfit ideas, but it's like, you don't have your daughter doesn't have a shirt on. You're sick.
Hey, asswipes, come with me to my first date.
This is an example of one of her viral videos that she got very popular over, where she does a voiceover. So this is the video of her daughter in a leotard.
Dance class. Mom squeezed my rolls into this tiny-ass outfit and bought me tap shoes that are cutting off the circulation of my cankles.
Squeezed my rolls into an outfit and saying that her daughter has cankles. I mean, to say something like this about your daughter, I don't have words for how disturbing and disgusting you are. Honestly, I don't. I don't know if I've seen anything so disturbing as this, to openly say these things and you think it's funny. My heart honestly breaks for your daughter, it really does.
Immediately changed into my Crocs because I kept eating shit on the wood floor with my tap shoes. Before dance, I had to make sure I completed my morning chore, which was mowing the floor. And you can bet your sweet ass I won't be dropping this baba out of my mouth.
Your mom following her around the camera. What a sad life. Your mom, who's so out of touch, who, her words, not mine, loves your brother more, follows you around like you're a prop, like you're a circus animal, and films you and makes fun of you on camera. Can you imagine that life? Well, I think this kind of gives us some more insight as well. She just posted this one actually recently in the last couple days. When you carried her for 9 months, gained 65 pounds, had a C-section, and breastfed for 14 months just for her to look nothing like me. All that work and what did it get me? It's really funny when these moms who get a shit work done are absolutely baffled when their kids come out looking nothing like them. Yet you don't look anything like you either. So obviously I'm very unhappy about this whole situation. I'm disturbed. You know, all I can think about is this digital footprint and this legacy that she's leaving for her daughter, that her daughter will eventually grow up and find these videos and see the way that she was treated and see the differences in the way that her brother has been treated versus herself, the awful things that her mom said about her, and not being able to have any control over that. She is not able to give informed consent about whether or not she wants to appear in these videos. It's actually almost something so insidious, I just thought of this, but to do voiceover videos where you're narrating her day, almost as if it came from her brain, like you're giving this kid a voice that is not theirs. These are not thoughts that your daughter's having. Your daughter is an innocent child, and you're swearing in these videos. You're pretending like the voice in her head is saying, I have rolls, I have cankles, I'm pudgy, I'm this, I'm annoying, I'm addicted to a bottle. Like, this is something so disturbing and disgusting. And the problem is that people like this continue to get away with it. And I had mentioned this earlier, but this influencer got rewarded with a trip to go to Bora Bora with Tarte Cosmetics. This actually happened before the Tarte Cosmetics trip. So Tarte, what are you thinking? Are there no other creators in the world that people can support? This is just another insight into why child exploitation is such a pressing issue right now. As the internet changes, we must change with it. And this has got to stop. It really does. These children need to be protected, and no one's doing anything about it, it feels. You know, I think one thing I've seen a lot online is that people say, well, you're jealous of boy moms and you're just jealous of us because we love our sons. All we're doing is loving our sons. And I have no problem. I think most people can agree with this. We have no problem with you loving your son. We want you to love your son. However, it's absolutely embarrassing and a problem that you are making your sons pay for the fact that you do not have successful relationships as an adult. You should not have your son act as your partner, as your husband, as your boyfriend. They should not be fulfilling those roles in your life, as they so clearly are. You are putting your own issues onto your children. You are creating lifelong problems for your kids that they're gonna have to deal with for the rest of their life. And not only just your sons are you giving them problems where they have issues moving on from you and they have issues with their relationships as they grow older and they move on and they try to make their own space in this world, but you're also creating problems if you have daughters as well that they're going to have to deal with. I'm sure many of you watching right now are those women that grew up in these situations where your parent favored your brother and you had to pay the price for that. And it's not right. This is not normal behavior, okay? So stop it. Yeah, that's my video today on toxic boy moms. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have a ton of videos that are coming. I have honestly 4 ideas right now. I'm just trying to pick which one I want to do next, honestly. So I'll probably be filming that in the next couple of days. So please subscribe if you did like this video and leave a like if you liked it as well. And I will see you guys in my next video.
Boy moms are unhinged. I saw this quote about what it feels like to be a mother to a son that said, your son growing up will feel like the slowest breakup you've ever known. What do you mean? I don't get this. The feelings I have for my husband and the feelings I have for my sons would not be the same.